Alright, so welcome to another guide here. We're going to make a helicopter. That is very difficult. So since I don't want to go through that video I made without commentary, that like 60-minute video, I don't even know how long it was, and I went pretty fast. I wasn't really explaining correctly how to make it. So, I didn't really like the tutorial. So on this Resident Evil Trials, I know there's a whole bunch of pajami here going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is my helicopter. This is the best helicopter I've made. So, we're gonna turn this off. This is annoying. Alright. So that's a smoke jet scream. Alright. So, okay. So, the sound quality on this helicopter is terrible, so don't pay attention to the sound. It's about the quality. If you want the realistic sound that fades away, I'm gonna have a next tutorial that teaches you how to do that. But for this tutorial, what you could do is you could grab a helicopter sound, glue it with the helicopter, so as the helicopter takes off in the air, right, the sound follows the helicopter, and then it will fade away on its own depending how far the object will go. So it tends as an outro, like a nice fade. Alright, so basically what you gotta do is you gotta make this, you gotta animate a helicopter. So what you need is you need 2 physics hinges, and the physics hinges has to be exactly at these settings. Okay? And make sure they're checked on. So as long as you're on these settings, these are good. Now you have to play with the rotational 3D axes for these red things right here. If I can select them, okay. Alright, so you have to play around with them to get the best rotation, and it's kind of annoying when you rotate them. And once you get into position, right, then there's one on top that works the same way, you see? Now you're gonna have a propeller right here, okay? And notice when I click this object, the whole thing highlights. So basically what I have is a group. I'm grouping objects together, okay? This is an object group. Say ungroup objects. I don't want to do that. So basically what you do is you glue the propellers. You see this propeller right here is activated to this joint. That means it can't get detached no matter if this other object's moving. So meaning that how to animate a helicopter means how to make an object that is spinning while attached to another object. And this is one variation how to do it with a helicopter, is that there is 2 joints on this helicopter, and when this helicopter moves and back and forth or up and down, these blades will be attached to this helicopter. It's going to be, and it's run on animations. Alright? So this cross on top is glued with that middle piece right there in the middle, and the same thing here, middle piece and the cross. Now these 2 crosses will be spinning. Okay? And the middle piece acts as like a fake joint. Now, remember, these, the cross and the middle piece have to be, object has no collision. No collision. Because if it has collision, it will screw up frame rate, and it will come contact with the other object, and it will make it look bad. So make sure the crosses that are all glued together have no collision, and then when they have no collision, make sure you group the whole helicopter together as one piece, okay? Now, this helicopter cross that spins is going to have a linear of yaw, and it's going to have, the settings are going to be 360, 33, 550, okay, and it's going to be looping. Make sure it has looping. And the second blade is going to be another yaw, and it's going to be negative 360, okay, and then it's going to have 7 1/16 and looping. Now make sure, if you want it to on hit or having on a timer, make sure to have a state event tied with it. So that's how you make a helicopter in a quick, easy tutorial. Alright, and this is just my helicopter I made, fused with a car and a couple of metal parts. Now this is how it takes off. This type of animation is very easy to make with this helicopter, but people are not familiar with the next one. And now it's going to move. You see? That's how you make a helicopter. I hope this video was well done, and now you know how to make a helicopter. I'll walk through it with you pretty quickly. Now that's how you animate an object while another object is moving. There's obviously other ways of doing this, okay? But this is the best and the easiest way to make a helicopter. Other people try to make helicopters. It was way too complicated. This is the easiest way to make a helicopter. There's going to be various tweakings to make the best helicopter turn and all this other stuff and diagonal moments. And what you got to do is you have to use X, Y, and Z, yaw, pitch, and bang. Remember, and how an animation works is per frame per second. You don't have to worry about frames per second in this game because this game's already pre-programmed for the animation parameters. So basically, and the helicopter just passed by my house. Alright, I don't know if you guys heard that. But with this helicopter thing is it's like how it's moving. You know, if I wanted the helicopter to lift off, go straight, turn left, make another turn, all you have to do is make so there's like trigger points in the middle of those events happening. So you have like trigger points, like area triggers, with object instances connected, and then you can make it an object go and turn and all in one continuous loop, right? Or you can have delayed impulses, so at this object will turn on in this amount of time, will turn off, blah blah blah, and it will all start with one trigger by the writer, and then the animation will just do itself. That's just another way of doing it. I'm obviously not going to do that in this video. This is just a simple way how to make a helicopter take off. The animation takes a long time to do, and if you want to make a complex movements of helicopters and like that, it can take you like hours. I'm not even joking, hours or days or weeks to create. The more complicated the animation, the more time consuming it's going to take. So I hope you like this video. We were talking for a little bit at the end, but I just wanted to give you another variation in a talking way how to create an action, you know, badass helicopter or helicopter track with like a Call of Duty track or something, I don't know. But that's how you make a helicopter. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is the easiest way to make a helicopter with commentary. Alright, see you in my next tutorial.